Hi, my name is Lavelle Romaine. I'm one of the clinical recruiters here at City of Hope and would like to welcome you to our Nurses for Hope tweet chat and panel discussion. We want to thank you for joining us. Just a brief description about City of Hope. We're one of 41 NCI designated cancer centers, and we do research, treatment of cancer, diabetes, and other life-threatening diseases. And we're a founding member of the National Comprehensive Cancer Center Network. And then we also have done over 12,000 bone marrow and stem cell transplants here at City of Hope. We have a panel of experts that we're going to be talking about nurses and nurse appreciation and how you feel appreciated as a nurse. So I first introduce our panelists, and then we can get started with the discussion. The first person that we have over here is Leilani Patatzel. She's one of our other nurse recruiters, and we have Teresa McCormick on the other side there. And then we have Christine Lamb. She's one of our clinical nurse twos, and she's in the pediatric unit. And then we also have Jessica Santos, a clinical nurse two. And then we have Tiffany Goshen. And then we have Florence Nightingale is joining us also. It was recently her birthday, so we had Florence join us for some pictures and photo opportunities for our nurses. So Flo will be joining us. I'm not sure if she'll be participating in the discussion, but we certainly hope she will. And then I'm going to have Leilani give you some information about how you can ask questions, and then we'll answer your questions live.
Before we start our discussion with the asking questions, if you're watching us on Google+, you can submit your questions through the Q&A application. And if you're viewing the broadcast from YouTube, annotations are available on the video, and annotations will point you to the Hangout on Air page with the Q&A application. Joining our discussion on Twitter, make sure to add #NursesForHope in your tweets and your questions.
We also have these great bags that Leilani will show you that you can, we will send you a bag if you ask a question on the Nurses for Hope. So any of the questions you ask, you'll receive a bag, and we appreciate your questions. First, we're going to start out with Christine. We're going to have Christine tell us how long she's been a nurse and a little bit about her experience here at City of Hope. So Christine.
So I actually started here at City of Hope as a new grad. When I first came here, I went to the open house, and I just absolutely just fell in love with the atmosphere and everything with it. So since then, I've been working here at City of Hope for the last 7 years. I started out at inpatient pediatrics on the night shift. Then I transitioned to the day shift. And then from there, I transitioned to outpatient. And I'm actually currently transitioning to care coordinating for the pediatric sarcoma department.
Great. Thank you, Christine. How about you, Jessica?
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Jessica Santos, and I'm a registered nurse working on the adult medical oncology floor called Unit B. I also started my career at City of Hope as a new graduate nurse, and that is one of the main reasons why I love City of Hope is the new graduate nurse program. I believe it helped me grow professionally and grow proficient as a clinical nurse, especially performing a career in oncology nursing.
Thank you, Jessica. How about you, Tiffany?
Hi, my name is Tiffany Gaucher. Just like Jessica, I was a new grad when I started off at City of Hope. Right now, I am a clinical nurse too, which is awesome. I work on the bone marrow transplant unit. That's where patients go to actually receive their cells that are from a donor. And yeah, I love it. I've been at City Hope now for a year and about 8 months now.
Great. Thank you guys so much. So the first question is that what we're going to discuss is the Nurse Week celebration that we did recently here at City of Hope. And our panelists are going to tell you some of the things that we did. It was an exciting time. Like I said, Florence Nightingale joined us, and we had a lot of fun with her. And so I'm going to have Christine and Tiffany and Jessica share some of the things that we did here at City of Hope that made you feel appreciated as a nurse.
So for Nurses Week, so me and a couple of the girls here, we were part of the committee, which was called Retention, Recognition, and Recruitment Committee, and we were in charge of planning Nurses Week, which was a lot of fun because we had a lot of input on planning the events that we thought people would like and feel appreciated. So it was a celebration all week, and each day was something different. So one day we had ice cream. Another day we had lunch and dinner served to the nurses. And then another day was cupcakes that we passed out for everybody. And in the midst of the whole week of all these stuff going on, we also had gifts. So this year we got some really cool bags. We got a bag, which is that bag. And we also got a little battery charger with a flashlight, which I think was really helpful because, charge my cell phone, check my patient's mouth, So definitely a great tool. And during the celebration, we did like the academic achievement and scholarly recognition ceremony. So that's the time when we presented scholarships to recipients and acknowledge those who have, do a scholarly, like got their license, got their master degree, or got a certification. So we did that to celebrate them. And then what else? Photo booths. We did photo booths. So it was like a party. It was a party all week.
It was a great event.
Yeah.
Something else that we do is we have luminaries that we put out on the lawn. Were
Oh,
any of you
yes.
able to see that after they did the luminaries for the nurses to see up on the floors?
I put them up, so I sure did see them. I made sure it was, but it was really nice. Unfortunately, I didn't see it in the evening. I got to see it during the afternoon, like during like twilight hours, but it was beautiful. Like immediately, so the message this year we did was "You are with a heart," and people immediately understood what it meant. It was just like, "You are loved."
Right. I think last year it was Your Hope.
Your
We
Hope.
did Your Hope
Mhm.
last year, and it's just a beautiful visual of
Yes.
looking down, just appreciation to the nurses that when it's dark outside and you see the luminaries, just a message to show appreciation, I think was really, really moving. It was neat.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to add regarding the celebration?
I know that this year we collaborated with Employee Giving, and they actually contributed and gave numerous amounts of gifts, such as pens, handbags, USB drives, hand sanitizers. And in addition to the festivities that were available, was the opportunity to receive CE credits. And I thought that was a really cool idea, having a poster session displaying all the unit-based councils here at City of Hope, as well as the work team committees, and also attending a seminar by one of our great doctors at City of Hope, Dr. Zachariah.
Wow.
So I think overall it was a great accomplishment, from the committee, and the nurses really enjoyed the turnout.
That's great.
Mhm.
Anything else? Leilani, anything you want to add to what we did? I heard we did cupcakes. We gave gourmet cupcakes out.
It was just really nice because during Nurses Week, it's a week to appreciate all the nurses. And we also participated in taking pictures with Florence Nightingale with our nursing caps. And there were some nurses that actually had their real nursing caps that took pictures with Florence. And I think it was just a great event to also honor Florence Nightingale for establishing nursing. So,
And part of our goal was for diversity, so we could see how other cultures the nursing programs are. And so the nurses were to wear the nursing uniform from where they went to school and their nursing cap. And then this one is Leilani's cap, and the nurses made an actual nursing cap. And then they were to wear it when they had their picture taken with Florence Nightingale. So it was a great time. We had a great time. What about you, Teresa? Anything you want to jump in about?
Yeah, I thought it was great. We got here early to be able to accommodate the night shift. So for the night shift, I came in at 6, and Thomas, the photographer, came in at 6. Got there about 5:45 to meet some of the staff coming in. And then we stayed until about 8. And then the next crew came in around 5 or 6, is that right? And they were able the night. So we're being able to really capture the shifts coming off and on so that everyone could have an opportunity. And they were very excited about it. They partook in everything.
Yeah.
We even had some of them were animated who went up to the floor and grabbed things just to be able to really be part of what's going on. True nurses do on the unit. So I think that really made everyone feel special
Yeah.
to be part of taking the pictures. We put it on, we tweeted, we just constantly all day would just really elevated what we were doing.
That's
So it
great.
makes it exciting.
Thanks. And the next topic we want to talk about is what makes you feel appreciated as a nurse. And those of you that are watching on Google Plus or YouTube, if you can also go ahead and type in some of the things that make you feel appreciated as a nurse. And so we'll have some of our panelists discuss what is it that City of Hope does that makes you guys feel appreciated, or even what your patients do. What are those little things that your patients do for you?
Well, I know for me, when a patient comes up to me and tells me that they really appreciate the level of care that I gave to them, that I was professional and so forth, that really makes me feel good. And furthermore, if a patient's family member comes up and say, you know what, thank you did a great job for caring for my mother, father, brother, sister, it's such a rewarding feeling to hear that. And then lastly, of course, City of Hope has a great management team, and they're so good about, giving us a little pat on the back, saying you're doing a great job. And so that always makes me feel good and appreciated.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tiffany. How about you, Jessica?
So just like Tiffany said, it does mean a lot when patients express their gratitude verbally or in the form of a comment card.
Right.
And I especially feel appreciated when patients remember me and the care that I provided. And, anytime I see them at the hospital, like whenever they visit, or if they're just coming from a clinic appointment, it means a lot if they just stop by to say hi. That really means a lot. And aside from patient interaction, it also means a lot to receive recognition and appreciation from your colleagues, as well as management. So that just overall solidifies and validates that what we do as nurses truly is a blessing.
Right. Now, the two of you were part of the new grad program that we recently reinitiated here at City of Hope. What were some of the things that helped you along the way as you're going through the new grad program? Things that made you feel appreciated, things that really solidified what you wanted to do here at City of Hope? What were some of the things you experienced as a new grad?
Well, the City of Hope has a great new grad program as far as they have the preceptors set up, so you can always go to them whenever you have any questions and concerns. And then again, they also reassure you when you do a good job. So that also, takes the pressure off and say, okay, I'm going in the right direction. So that definitely makes you feel good and keeps you on track and so forth.
That's great. How about you, Jessica?
For me, going through the structured 14-week program, I felt, obviously at first you feel intimidated, but what City of Hope does so well is that they provide you with terrific professional practice leaders at the hospital, and they pair you along a preceptor who matches your personality. At the time that I went through the program, I took a personality test, and it actually revealed, different types of birds of what your personality is about, and they basically pair you up with a preceptor who pairs you well with the personality. And I feel going through the program, I felt very cared for and supported professionally, mentally, and emotionally by my preceptor. So it's a great program to begin your oncology nursing career.
That's great. Did you have a similar experience? I know it was a lot.
It
was a lot longer.
But it was when I first started. I think it was me and three other girls, or 3 or 4 other girls that started. And same thing what these ladies were talking about. I don't think anything has really changed. City of Hope still provides the same support that we had when I first started. Same, good practice leaders. They paired you well with your preceptors. And I remember one of the things that was really helpful was meeting every week with our manager, our educator, just to touch base and say, what are your needs? What do you need from us to help make your training successful, for you to be a successful nurse? And it's not just the preceptors, but it was like the staff too. So you were when they say it takes a village, it really took a village, because it wasn't just your preceptor, it was everybody helping out with little things. Oh, this is easier if you do it this way, or giving you little tips along the way. So you really feel like you're homegrown, by the people you're surrounded with.
That's great. And also here at City of Hope, we have some more formalized recognition and awards type thing that we do for patients can nominate different nurses for excellent care based on our values. as well as we have some scholarships that you mentioned when you were talking. Can you guys elaborate a little bit more on what does that look like? How do you get nominated? Who nominates you? When are the awards taken care of? When do you find out if you're a winner?
So I'll start off with the national program, which is the DAISY, which our hospital participates in, and that is I forgot what it stands for, but you can look it up. DAISY. But it's basically a nomination program where family members or patient members will write in a comment card nominating their nurse of this award for the excellent care that they provide and providing examples. And every month, our R committee, which is the recruitment, retention, and recognition committee, we pick a winner each month, and whoever that winner is, what they'll get is, we'll surprise them right before their shift or after their shift or during their shift with the award. Their unit gets a banner that says that they have a nurse that won the DAISY. They get, I believe, a daisy pin with the little daisy flower. I think the unit also gets a pizza party. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What is Cinnabon? I know that's Cinnabon.
That's right. And I think the
Yeah,
program
Cinnabon.
is sponsored by Cinnabon. So they also get like a free Cinnabon from the store. So it's actually a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah.
So, and then even those people who were nominated but didn't win, they also get those people get a pin just to acknowledge that they have been nominated and that they made a difference.
That's great. What else that you guys can think of that we do here at City of Hope?
I know that there are also awards for nurses or PCAs, the patient care assistants, who would like to continue or pursue a higher education. And there are 2 awards that I could think of. One of them that I know about is the Susan Campoy Award. And I have a little bit of history if you'd like me to read about it.
Great.
So basically, the Susan Campoy Award was created to recognize and celebrate outstanding nursing and patient care. Sue, known in the community as the owner of Julianne's Restaurant in San Marino, was a patient at City of Hope. And though she ultimately lost her battle with cancer, she and her family were deeply touched by the care and compassion that our nurses and patient care support staff provided during her time here. So overall, the Campoy family chose to honor Sue by establishing a special fund to support continuing education for award recipients. And I'm proud to say that the winner of this award was a dear coworker of mine, and she is, pursuing a higher degree in nursing. And another award that is available is the Jerry Hoover Scholarship. And there are ways that you can apply for it as well as be nominated for it. And as she mentioned, the RRR committee are the people who overall decide on who the winner is for that award. So it's a great opportunity for nurses to be recognized through pursuing a higher education.
Right.
And what I also know is that the RRR committee also plans and assists in the professional practice and scholarship achievement recognition ceremonies. And so that's a great place to also be and recognize not only the nurses who won these awards, but also see the people who are a part of unit-based councils, as well as people who recently became certified, and also received a higher degree. So it's overall a great thing to attend.
A lot of recognition goes on for higher achievement.
Right.
And then I think there's compensation also attached to those certifications over and above your base salary that we offer. Anything else you guys want to share about what makes you feel appreciated as a nurse in our recognition programs we have here at City of Hope?
Well, I think definitely City of Hope does their best to invest in us. And one of the ways they do so is by providing education reimbursements. So that way we can attend conferences, pursue higher education, and do these things, and be able to pay for these to do so we can provide better patient care.
That's great. All right. Okay, then the other question we want to talk about or discussion was, how do nurses show they appreciate each other? What are some of the things that you do for your coworkers or your coworkers do for you that just make you feel appreciated?
Well, I've learned that nurses appreciate each other in various ways, particularly on my unit called Unit B. Many of the nurses support each other by assisting each other through obviously our hard shifts, and we also recognize each other for each other's hard work. We actually recently started a way to portray that on our unit. In our staff lounge, there's an opportunity for nurses or PCAs or anyone on our unit who work together to recognize each other by writing on a comment card and just posting it in the staff lounge. So it definitely builds up a positive morale for all of us every time when we go into shift together. And another way that we also support each other is by promoting higher education and certification. Recently, we've been in the works of creating a study group for attaining oncology certification. And we also provide advice for those who already went through the certification or who recently graduated from a master's degree program. So overall, I feel like appreciation and supporting each other can come in various ways.
That's so true. Something else we have here at City of Hope is called Values in Action. I know that Christine was recently nominated as well as Teresa. You just want to tell us a little bit more about what does Values in Action symbolize? What did it feel like for you guys to be recognized as Values in Action recipient? Let Teresa go first.
Well, I was valued as compassion by a colleague, and it does. First of all, you don't know it's coming, so it's always obviously very rewarding. The fact that you do get this award, and then at the end of the year, they pick a few from the bunch to see if you win that. I was able to win that award, so it just made me feel special. I feel that the person that nominated me, of course, I appreciated that too. So I think it's great to nominate people that you feel that you really, your co-workers, your managers, any of those, because it really does, we all like to have that appreciation. And it feels good, it really does.
Yeah, I mean, same as what Teresa said, you don't even know it's coming, so it is very nice to get nominated, and it's like a icing on the cake because you're doing it, whatever task you were nominated for. So I got nominated for urgency. I was helping out one of my colleagues when he had some patients who wasn't doing that well, and I was just trying to help him, move things along so that that way he can take care of his patient. And he pointed out that it was something that I consistently do. Like every time when things like this happen, I kind of just jump in and just do it. And it's just nice to be recognized, for doing good work, and I just like, it's just so nice that he sees that I was able to help him out and make his day better.
That's great. One of the things that patients, because they are so appreciative, you guys are basically saving their lives on a daily basis. Sometimes they want to express that in a monetary way. Can you guys sort of share some of the do's and don'ts regarding accepting gifts, accepting appreciation from patients or family members? What are some of the guidelines that you follow? What are some of the City of Hope guidelines that you follow as far as accepting gifts?
Well, first off, I think that we cannot accept any type of monetary gifts. That's definitely a no-no. But a way that a patient can show their appreciation is just by, just saying thank you. I mean, we really appreciate that. Another way is giving a greeting card. We receive greeting cards from patients and their families, and what we do is we post them in our nurses lounge on the board, so that the other nurses can see and view and everything. So yeah, that's a good way of getting some recognition there.
Right.
So.
Great. What about you guys?
I feel that you could always accept and be open to patients' positive comments and feedback on the care that you provided as a whole team on your unit. I also agree, no monetary gifts in the value of gift cards or even cash. are not acceptable.
Mhm.
And going through the policies and procedures, I am aware that some gifts may be accepted, some perishable items such as like food or flowers. And again, it's to be accepted as a whole unit, not just secretly to yourself. Don't hide it in the staff lounge. Share it with everyone openly. And there is a max limit of $75 within a calendar year, and no industry gifts.
Okay. Anything that you wanted to add to that, Christine?
I think they covered the majority of it.
So, how about
Yeah.
Leilani or Teresa, anything you wanted to add to the recognition as far as gifts or?
I think they covered it very well. I mean, it's nice to know that they do give, and I've seen, sometimes they bring food in, especially on the holidays. That's a good way to give back, by giving to the unit as a whole, cookies, homemade cookies, little things like that. So, yeah, definitely no gifts other than that. So
I think the
I think it's a
simple,
good idea.
yeah, I think the simple fact that the patients, just families come back and come just to visit, to say hi, and like to go out of the way, that's already a thank you enough, because it just says tremendous amount of, it just tells you like how you've impacted their lives and how appreciative they are to want to come back on a random day for no reason, just to come visit everybody.
And I've also noticed too that on the City of Hope Facebook, some patients will also acknowledge nurses through social media. So that's another place where I've seen recognition of our wonderful staff here at City of Hope.
Okay. Flo is a little bit silent on this. She's not said much. So anything else you wanted to add regarding how you feel appreciated or anything like that?
Nurses love to eat, so
It always works.
Love
For sure. Okay, do we have any questions that have come through, Aggie? Okay. Now, we're going to be doing these live sessions. It's going to be on the fourth Tuesday of every month, and it's at 3 p.m. on Pacific Standard Time. And if you missed the original session, recordings are always available on YouTube. And so you can check out our jobs also at City of Hope, and it's .org, and that's /careers that you can look at our current openings that we have. Okay. So that will conclude our tweet chat, and we want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you.